Hey everyone, Happy New Year. So I started this new video series just a few days ago, and I want to thank everyone who's already been so super supportive of what I'm trying to do. And I definitely want to thank the people who've been sending me questions and giving me ideas for these videos. And so I'll go ahead and just get right into it now. One of the first questions that I've gotten that I thought was really interesting is how do I run a business with a chronic illness like sickle cell? So, for those of you who do not know, I have sickle cell disease. Sickle cell is basically a blood disorder that causes you to have really intense bouts of pain quite frequently, almost daily. And some people who have sickle cell, they simply don't live long because you have a lot of organ failure. You're on a lot of medications. There just are a lot of complications. And it can be something that causes you to have a very short lifespan and a very unproductive life if you're not careful. So the big question is, how am I able to run a business despite having the illness that I have? So the very first answer to that question is you gotta make sure you take care of your health by doing the basics. Now, I'm going to talk specifically about sickle cell because that's what I have, but hopefully some of these things translate to other terminal illnesses that people have. In fact, I'm publishing a book about that in a few months here. But number one, I have a whole bunch of these gallons of water. I found that drinking a whole ton of water, number one, is the easiest way to make sure I don't end up at Emory University Hospital in Atlanta because I don't want to have to go back there. I have not been back to Emory, at least not for sickle cell, since it's been like 2017 now. So I'm doing pretty well, and I've been able to run my business, but that doesn't mean I don't still have crises, but I'm just mitigating it. So I guess number one is just take care of yourself and mitigate your problems. Make sure you're being healthy. Make sure you're not adding to the problem by having like a lot of junk food in your system, a lot of sugar, fast food, sugary drinks, just junk and toxic nonsense that's going into your body. So that's number one. Number two, and this is something that might be a sensitive topic for some people, but it's something that was a really big deal for me. You have to make sure that by any means necessary, you get off of whatever pain medications, narcotics you're on. And what I mean by that is, before I had a business, I was just taking what the doctor prescribed to me. So I was taking, like Dilaudid and Percocet and all these heavy duty medications, and they bring you down mentally. They suppress a part of you and they make you dependent, and you never really address the issue when you're on those medications. You're just simply suppressing it. You're tricking your brain into temporarily believing that you are healthier than you are when you're not. So in order for me to be able to do what I do every day and then do it to an extreme, because I still to this day work 16 to 20 hours every single day, I could never do that if I was on heavy medications. So I avoid those by, number one, increasing the pain tolerance. Number two, making sure I'm not doing anything that would put me in the negative in the first place, like having a poor diet or not really exercising, not really moving. And number three, making sure that my mental attitude is stable and is right, because half of your problems start up here, right? And so if I'm supposed to be running a business every day, despite having a chronic illness and despite having all the different pains and things like that, it starts up here. And it's really a mindset and a daily decision that what I have to do is more important than the sickle cell, or than whatever the problems are. And just to be clear, that advice doesn't just translate to having a physical illness. Mental is a big part of it too. A lot of people might feel like because of their personal circumstances, they can't really start a business or do anything independently for themselves because they have all this other stuff going on. You have to just at some point make a decision that today I'm going to prioritize these things in my life, and I'm going to walk down this path in my life and no longer walk down the old path. And if you can just kind of have that conversation with yourself, and not just once, but have that conversation with yourself daily, then yeah, you can do it. Do I still have pain? Absolutely. I have a throbbing headache right now. It feels like my brain is just gonna pop out of my head. But it doesn't matter because I have stuff to do. And I've just told myself the things I have to do with my life are more important than any of the pains and whatever little sufferings there are. Will I die early? Who knows? Maybe, maybe not. Doesn't matter. What I'm gonna do is get my to-do list done because that's what's most important to me. So hope that helps somebody. Again, thanks everyone for watching these videos. I hope that they are getting better as we go, and keep on sending your questions, keep on sending your suggestions, and I will keep on answering them. Bye.